Hello, I'm Sean.
And I'm Matt, and together,
We're the Daily Shatt.
And welcome to the Daily Shatt. Before we get going, Sean's going to introduce our very special guest star today.
We have, for the first time ever, a guest star. And what a guest star he is. And so we're just going to get right to it. We're going to welcome him to the stage. Mr. John Cena. Here he comes. John's a 25-time world champ. He's a 5-time United States champ, world tag team champion.
He's a rapper.
Sorry,
Yeah.
big guy.
He's a big guy.
You gotta make room for him.
There we go.
All right, you guys.
I'm going to come in a little closer, John. If that's
Good
all
job.
right. We're good?
All right,
Alright.
sir.
That's crazy.
He's shy. He's
dude.
a shy guy.
It's got a heck of a grip.
Yeah. And the real John, most interesting man in the world.
Yeah,
So
true.
pretty excited to have him here. So he's going to join in
Pretty
for
big
Daily
deal.
Shatt throughout this
Pretty-
entire episode. So again, super stoked, super excited.
We were surprised to find out how quiet he is in person. I think it's really hard for him to be as loud as he is on TV.
Why is that, John? Yeah, you never know. It's crazy.
All right, well,
Uh,
let's get into it.
Yep.
So, USC had their pro day this morning.
it seems to me late in the season to have a pro day.
I think they're just doing whatever Sam Darnold wants them to do.
Yeah.
He picked the date. He picked the weather.
I mean, you kind of have to do what. He reminds me of a cartoon character. He's got like Jughead. Sam.
He doesn't
I'm
even
sure-
need a helmet. That's just
I know. I
Boom.
think so. So,
Um,
the cool thing about that, he did it in the rain.
and what's even cooler is he dominated. in
Any
the
other
rain.
prima donna quarterback coming out of maybe UCLA would not have thrown in the rain at all.
At all.
He would have said, "Forget the guys that prepared for this the entire year for this." But no, Sam threw it and threw it well.
Very well. I definitely think his draft stock went up. I think.
Yeah. You like football too? I didn't know Johnny. I didn't know he liked football. That's crazy.
Did you play any? You were a twig in high school. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
I just found out he's 40 years old.
I hope I look that good. I definitely think Sam Darnold's draft stock went up. I did think he was the best quarterback in the draft going into it, but he definitely separated himself. I feel like and like Sean said, with the playing in the rain, with the no complaints about it, unlike some of the other guys in the draft we feel would have. I think he showed character, and I think he showed a little moxie, and I think he really helped his draft stock.
Do you think he goes number one?
Do I think he should, or do I think he will?
Do you think he will?
I think he will.
Okay. I agree. I'm starting to think he'll go number one, and Saquon will go fourth.
Or 2 to the Giants. You never know.
Giants make a lot of mistakes, so I could see that happening.
I saw a thing today, and it was like the predictions. It was a mock draft, and number 1 was the wrong quarterback, and number 2 was the player the Browns should have taken.
Yeah.
So it's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm good with that. But yeah, kudos to him for throwing in the rain, for throwing great, and sticking with his pro day. So,
I
That's awesome.
definitely developed a little bit of respect for him.
yeah.
So, Sean's bracket, all of our brackets were destroyed, but especially Sean's. Sean's is just messed up.
I felt good about my bracket. I felt good about my winner.
Yeah. We both picked 2 winners. Sean, tell them who yours were.
Michigan State and Arizona.
Arizona. So he's out. My 2 are still in, Duke and Purdue. But we decided it's Sweet 16. Nobody gets right the first time. We're going to try doing the Sweet 16. So
We're going to repick.
So give me 2.
All right, no, let's go to, we're going to go to the South region first. So, we're going to pick them all. So out of Kansas State and Kentucky. Kentucky. Who says Kentucky?
True.
Out of Kansas State and Kentucky, I'm going to go Kentucky.
You got to stick with the name.
I like, so Kentucky there. I like the Loyola Nevada matchup. I always like a double-digit seed making it to the Elite Eight. I'm going to go with Loyola.
I agree. In most cases, I think all roads for high seeds end in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
But this is a different Sweet 16. There's a 7 seed versus an 11 seed. I think the momentum Loyola has, I think they take it, and I think they make the Elite Eight.
So that puts Loyola, Kentucky, and you have to go Kentucky.
How do you bet against Calipari?
So
only if he's playing.
So that's out of the South region. So we got Kentucky coming out of the South region. Out of the West region, Florida State, Gonzaga. I don't think Gonzaga's that good.
I think they're on a mission though. I think after last year, I think they just got the heart. I think it's like Butler 2 years in a row. I think they're going back.
Think?
I do.
I'm going with Florida State on that. So I think we'll see a little upset there and go Florida State. I thought you were going to drink my water.
No, I didn't want to distill under the felt.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't.
Only John can drink the
Yeah.
water. Yeah, you can't tell him no. Michigan, Texas A&M. I was going for Michigan State, so I'm going to stick with the Michigan.
The Rucks ran out.
For no other logic than I wanted Michigan
And,
State.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go Texas A&M. I watched their game the other day. I don't know much about them, but I liked what I saw. I liked how their coach works. So I'm going to go with Texas A&M.
I'm going to go, so now I've got Michigan, Florida State. I'm going Florida State with an upset.
Really?
I'm going with Florida State making the Final Four.
Over Gonzaga. Wait,
Well, yeah.
you mean Wait, you think Florida State upsets Gonzaga, right?
Yeah, and then Florida State also upsets Michigan.
Okay,
in my
Final
bracket.
Four. Okay.
Yep. Take this all the way.
I like it.
But yeah, real.
In the Final Four?
Not you, Matt. Go ahead.
Yeah. You want my Final Four prediction?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Gonzaga there.
Okay. Out of the East, we've got Villanova, West Virginia.
Villanova.
Yeah.
They're just too good. I mean, you can't bet against them.
Okay, Texas Tech, Purdue. You've got to go Purdue because you have Purdue from the beginning. So
You know what?
to.
No,
You can't go back.
I mean, I can go back.
You can't go back.
The reason I had Purdue in one of my brackets is because that big guy of theirs is a tank, but he fractured his elbow.
So?
They don't know if he's going to play. So if he plays, and I think if he can play, I still have faith in Purdue, but I don't think he's going to play. So I go Texas Tech.
So you're scratching your Purdue pick.
I'm scratching my Purdue
All
pick
right.
for
So
the Sweet 16.
Texas Tech versus Villanova then.
Billy.
Because I have the same thing. So I'm going Billy. Midwest. Kansas, Clemson. I don't think Kansas is that good.
And I think Clemson shocked a lot of people. Blew out Auburn by 40.
Yeah,
it was unreal.
I didn't think Kansas would make it to this in my initial busted bracket anyway. But and then you got Syracuse, another 11 spot against Duke. And
I'm sticking with Duke in one of my brackets.
I would love to see Syracuse. I would love to see an all-orange, Clemson-Syracuse matchup. But it's going to be Duke and Duke-Clemson. And I feel Clemson's going to come out of that one.
Are you just... No, I'm sticking with my original pick. I think Duke's got it. You never bet against Coach K. You just don't.
So who wins?
The overall tournament?
Overall, who wins?
Duke.
Really?
Krzyzewski gets his 6th title.
Well, I was going to go with Duke as well, but I can't now that Matt did. I'm going to go...
Don't hate on the brilliance. Just...
I like Texas A&M. I'm not going to pick because whatever I pick's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
So I would go with Duke.
Duke it is. We like to disagree, but sometimes when you're right, you're right. So
going to be some good games starting tomorrow. Good weekend for sports all around.
Looking forward to that. This weekend's episode, we'll have a lot to talk about.
So, yeah, anyway.
Well,
what next?
So, as Sean promised you in our last episode, we are going to do our favorite sports movies. And what we decided to do was we both picked 2 of our favorites, and we have some honorable mentions, and then we both unanimously, it wasn't even a debate, we both agreed on the greatest sports movie of all time.
Forget about our guest star that's been here hanging out. And Daddy's Home doesn't count as a sports movie.
We are very much looking forward to seeing Blockers, though. Very much. It looks hilarious.
It does look hilarious, actually.
And I wouldn't tell you if it didn't, because you're big.
So
you go first. Tell us your top 2.
I think you have all-time is going to be Rocky. But out of the umpteen Rockies, which Rocky is the best Rocky?
Oh, no question. He faces Drago.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good with you. I like the trading aspect of that. But I always go with the original because you can't have a sequel if you don't have the orig. So
it's true.
I love the Rockies. Rocky 5 could have done without. I enjoyed the remake. I thought Creed was
great, and they have a second one coming.
And Michael B. Jordan did a great job.
Absolutely.
So they do have a second one coming out, but I think Rocky's one of the best all-time ever sports movies for one of the best all-time ever sports.
I mean, it's the greatest cult movie of all time, without a doubt.
Yeah. My wife cried in every single Rocky. But she cries and
But
every single anything.
she's my dad's daughter, and they cry no
They
matter
just-
what. That's
they
what they
just
do.
cry. So I got Rocky as my first pick. I love Rocky. Love Rocky. I love boxing, obviously.
Boxing, yep.
Yep. Boxing.
Sean used to do a little amateur boxing. Doesn't remember much, but
True. That's funny.
it was funny.
So what do you got? What's yours?
One of my top two is Blue Chips. I love Blue Chips. It's got Penny Hardaway, Shatt, couple NBA players.
I never even heard of it.
I have no idea how.
I don't like.
Seriously, arguably one of the. It's the greatest basketball movie of all
Is it
time.
like a legit movie or is it Space Jam 2?
No, it's legit.
Incarnated?
Like it's about this coach who's trying to recruit honestly, but he's got these great recruits wanting to come to their school, but expecting a little bit of.
It can't be a good movie with Shaq in it.
No, it's great. Shaq's like this hillbilly, like he comes from this small hick town, and it's awesome. Me and Sean will watch it by the time our next episode comes around. All right, who's your number two?
Moneyball.
That's
Probably a surprising pick. Yeah,
I like it though.
Yeah.
It's underrated,
and
but
it
I
has
like
nothing to do. I mean, I love analytics in anything, especially sports. But you put analytics in baseball, which is probably the most overanalyzed sport with
Absolutely.
pitches and pitch counts and locations and hitters and shifting everything all over there and I can't stand baseball movies. I hate baseball movies.
But you put Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill, it's gold.
You put Jonah Hill in
baseball to
anything,
yeah,
and it's gold. But I really love the
it's good.
money
I
pit
didn't
stuff.
think of
And
that one.
And I like real life, like true story movies.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy that, and more so from the analytics side of things
That's
because I'm a number cruncher.
Underrated movie. I like your pick there, Sean. I like it.
Thanks, Matthew.
My number two. I mentioned this briefly to Sean, and apparently he's got a very valid reason for not liking it.
My wife bought me.
Hold on, I haven't told him it yet.
I know. I'm not going to tell them. But my wife bought me this movie, and today it is still in the plastic because I won't watch it.
VHS.
Probably.
It's one of my favorites. He hasn't told. He said he was going to wait and tell me why he dislikes it on the air, so it'd be news to me. But The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, love that movie. It's just a good, happy, feel-good movie of some old guy like Sean just giving a shot, taking the shot. How do you not love that? It's a feel-good movie.
It doesn't happen. I know it happened. I know it's true, and I just said I love true movies, but no, man. But I'm probably crying in it, and I don't cry.
Because you can relate to it so much. Someday we will go through Sean's baseball history, and you guys will be like, oh my gosh, it's tragic, but awesome.
You give me 3 months of working out, getting in baseball shape, throwing a ball. They want to make a sequel to The Rookie, they're going to make The Rookie 2.
Give me an excuse of why you shouldn't do that.
I don't have time. I've got a job. I like to eat too many gummies. Dedication. I hate baseball.
You don't
I don't know. But I won't watch that movie.
Sean, for me, I think that was a little gay, but for the Shatt's sake, I think you need to watch Blue Chips and The Rookie.
I will raise you a Blue Chips and we will watch Kazam.
All right, I like Kazam. Okay, we agree. Honorable mentions first. My honorable mention was He's Got Game with Ray Allen and Denzel Washington. And your honorable mention was?
I don't remember.
Space Jam.
Oh no, I was totally kidding on that. That was a horrible movie.
Oh.
But I think I just wanted to throw it in there for like some of the worst sports movies because they have a sports movie. Does that have Shaq in it?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So that's your honorable mention?
That's my honorable mention, I guess.
Glory Rose, another honorable mention. There's a few I got good out there.
What about Bull Durham? That's a baseball movie I've watched.
I love Kevin Costner and I've never seen it.
If you watch Bull Durham, I'll watch The Rookie.
Deal.
Yeah!
It's gonna happen.
Go ahead. Then the final movie, then, I think one of the best sports movies, if not the best sports movie.
Arguably one of the greatest movies, just because of the message and everything.
Yeah.
And
Which would be?
Remember the Titans.
I forgot the name.
Remember the Titans.
I just watched it the other day for the first time in a while, and Ryan Gosling's in there as the most unathletic football player. So
yeah.
it's
hilarious.
I didn't know he was in that, but it is. We watched that movie. Funny story, true fact. Before state championship baseball game that came out that year, and we watched it that night before the game, and obviously he went out and won a championship.
What else did you win that year, Sean?
Mr. Baseball,
Mr. Baseball.
MVP, first like overall pick. I don't know, I could keep going, but we're almost out of time on this segment.
It's true.
But yeah, remember the Titans. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Top 10 movie of all time. Definitely best sports movie of all time.
I think one that has lived such a long time and is probably shown to every high school football team every single year.
Every year.
Because it just gets you jazzed.
Denzel's the man, and if you disagree, I have a problem with you because everything he touches is gold. But
yeah, it's awesome. So we want to thank our guest star again, who's been super quiet, Mr. Cena.
It's Cena.
Mr. Cena.
No wonder he's so quiet. He's pissed. You
keep
invite him on our show. You don't even have to say his name.
Hey, whatever. Next episode, what are we doing?
Well, this is something me and Sean are pretty passionate about. It's kind of our nerdy side. We're very into collecting sports memorabilia and sports cards. And so we've talked about maybe, showcasing a piece of memorabilia each episode, just to kind of show you some stuff we've collected. Sean's collection's about 9 times bigger than mine. But he's got a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I agreed before I knew what he's talking about. But I got a few good things. He's got a lot of great things. So we're going to start showing you that stuff.
And I think the XFL. I think we're going to begin our XFL coverage and the major pitch to bring XFL to Utah.
It's a
must.
Next
Daily Shatt.
It's a must. Like, you guys got to get behind us on that. Yep. We are like hell-bent on making sure Utah gets an XFL team.
And from the 3 of us, we're out.